Well, I hope nobody looked at the length of yesterday's episode and thought that we got sacked at the end, as it was a little bit shorter. We were able to condense things when there aren't a lot of highlights to show you. However, we have taken points in 3 of our last 4 matches, yet we still remain where we do not want to be, and that is at the bottom of the table. And welcome back, everyone, to episode number 12 of The American Dream. I am Mr. Cellophane. We are still with Vancouver FC. 10 matches remaining in the season. We've played 18. We sit on 13 points at the bottom of the table. 7 points adrift of Atletico Ottawa and Calvary FC. Hopefully we can catch one or both of them in our final 10 matches. Still 30 points on the table for us to do so. However, we do have a tough test to start things off today because we are taking on Halifax Wanderers in Nova Scotia, which means we are traveling all the way to the other side of Canada for today's match, and they are sitting at the top of the table. 34 points, the only team with a positive goal difference of double digits. So that's not good. The good news is, however, we have a nice long break between this one and our next league match. So our final run-in of 9 matches, we can maybe test out a new tactic if necessary. We do have a transfer window that will be open during that time, so we can try to plug any holes that we may have, although divesting ourselves of some of the pieces that we may not want to have around has been a bit of a challenge so far this year. And we have team dynamics that we have to make better, although I think we're seeing things creep in the right direction. And the best part is I think Tyler Pasher is going to be back in full training in about a week or so he should be all set and ready to go for the final 9 matches of the year. Who is going up against Halifax, you may ask? Well, they are on your screen. It is going to be George Marks in goal, a back four of Paris G, David Norman, Ibrahim Bakare, and Abdi Mohammed. In the midfield, Elliot Simmons and Isaiah Johnston. Jordan Farrar, fresh and ready to go on the left wing. Next to him, and a little bit ahead, of course, is going to be Michael Cantave. Atuahene is going to be our right wing, and Mohamedou Kane filling in once again as our striker. I do guess the one advantage to being not very good is you can roll out the "we owe X team" for what they did to us last time, team talk before the match, because the team has responded to it. In fact, Halifax has lost one more game in their last 5 than we have. As Kane looks to move it up, he's got Atuahene in behind the defense. He shoots, and he cannot beat Filion. The goalkeeper making himself huge, knocking that out behind for a corner kick, which Johnston will take. The rain is coming down fairly hard here in Eastern Canada. Norman can't win the header. Bakare will knock it back to Paris G, who will look to recycle and get things going. But because it's Vancouver FC, we don't get to see the rest of the highlight because we're just not really good enough to do that. The game just knows. What I can say, though, is that through the first 30 minutes of this match, we have actually been the better team. 63% possession. Both of our shots on goal have hit the target. Of course, nobody has scored. Abdi Mohammed just picking up a booking right there in front of nearly 6,200 here in Halifax. And a fairly quiet after that early salvo first half. We have been the better team. We're letting our team know that, and we are going to continue to let them know that we have faith in them. Hopefully, there is a positive response to this, generally so, although Elliot Simmons still looking a little bit nervous out there on the pitch, which is a bit weird because he seems to be playing quite the nice game. Corner, Johnston in, Bakare off of the crossbar, and Timoteo able to clear it. Farrar playing it back into the box, but he can't get it past Gerardo, who will clear the danger. Filion looking to send it long, 52 minutes on the clock. Atuahene heads it into the back line, and Gutierrez is going to bring it forward. Somebody get in front of him, please. Atuahene, thank you very much. He picks his pocket. Atuahene, rating be damned, he's having a great match. Kane, though, running into trouble. Played forward, Canada. Oh, he killed us last time we faced this team. Rivera shoots. Marks makes an easy save. We held them to a rather low percentage opportunity, although he had a nice look. He just couldn't make anything happen with it. Fernandez on. Saved by Marks. And a penalty is Atuahene. I'm just saying nice things about you. Francis Atuahene has been playing so very well, and then he gives up the penalty that may cost us the game. Marks dove to his left. That's the direction Gutierrez went in, and First goal of the year for Christian Gutierrez. If we go down, see, this is why, I mean, it's not why I was going to make a comment about why the system of how this game is adjudged stinks, because it really isn't. I mean, points are points. You earn them for wins, losses, or draws. There are no moral victories. I think in this match we would have a moral victory, although Farrar a little slow with the ball, coughs it up. Rivera starting the counterattack. Canada dropping it back to Watson in his own end. Thrown forward. Rivera is there. They do have numbers in the middle, and Nathan Small makes us pay his 10th goal of the year. We looked so very good for so much of this match, and all it takes is one mistake, two little mistakes. I feel like we are on the verge of doing something good. We're close and so far away, all at the same time. Bakari looking to try to get us back in it, throwing it long. Cantave is gonna catch up to it. Somehow the defense went all weird on us. Farrar across. He's got to heat, and Fillion makes the save. Corner kick coming up for Vancouver, but that was our opportunity to get back in this game. And the youngster Tahid just could not take advantage of it, coming in off of the bench. Johnston in, can't pick up Bakari. Rivera will clear. And now a free kick on the other side. Gagnon Lepare, 10 minutes remaining in this match, trying to put Halifax up 3-0. Looking back, post finds his man. Johnston can't clear it. Romeo, though, well, he does. All of the things I've said before about Romeo and his heading ability, I take back, although they get it back in very quickly. Dobleberry, what a save by Marks. Back behind for another Halifax corner, but preventing the ball from going over the line. My analysis this morning is just stellar. This is why you guys pay the big bucks for the YouTube channel. Sent in Bakari, looking to clear it again. Rivera will chase it down. Look to recycle it in. Oh, he goes down with an injury. Second injured player to go off for Halifax. Canada heading it forward, but Guy is there. Sending it across for Muhammad. Abdi Muhammad. Into the box. He'll take it himself. Take the shot. Fillion deflects it off of the crossbar and is able to recover in time to grab it himself and preserve the clean sheet. 6 of our 8 shots have been on target. That is a moral victory that we need to take. But we need to find something to get us to break through, because this match, we had the chances and we just could not take advantage of them. My, what a difference a summer break can make. We loaded in a ton of friendlies. We played amazingly well. We betted in a tactical change that wasn't nearly as severe as I originally anticipated it may be. We thought about changing our system entirely, but realized we were on to something good. We just needed to find the right combination of things. And we were able to take care of the unhappiness of Callum Irving, at least his original unhappiness, and Rocco Romeo. And as you can see, our team dynamics are in much better shape. Our managerial support is up to average. Yes, still on the red side, but it is on the rise. Now, Callum Irving is currently unhappy at the moment. He wanted more playing time. He did get a ton of time during the friendlies. We did have to promise him a little bit more game time. Now that he is generally not grumpy, he has been playing so much better. And we made a few moves during the transfer window as well. First of the outs, Rico Simeontak was all set to go on a free back to Indonesia next June. And we decided to just let him go now. So we essentially sold him for nothing. We probably could have gotten something, but it was just good to get the 33-year-old off of our books. Injuries kept Dominic Adoro out of the lineup for most of the season. We got $33,000 to ship him off to Pacific FC, which is where we wanted to go. Also helped us reduce our number of foreign players. And as you can see, his mental attributes just were not really up to snuff. So the 30-year-old Ghanaian is off to our neighbors in British Columbia. And finally, in a roster move, we allowed Jordan Farrar to go out on loan to the Vancouver U23 side. Get a little bit more playing time, a little more seasoning. Tyrik Tahid had kind of easily surpassed him on the depth chart and was getting a lot more of the playing time. So we decided to allow the 17-year-old to get a little bit more playing time at a slightly lower level, and hopefully that will aid in his development. Now to the ins. We picked up another central defender. Now, originally I was thinking about going to a 3 at the back system, which is what prompted this move originally, but we scrapped that and shelved it, but decided we did need a little bit more depth at the positions. We brought in 28-year-old dual Mali Canadian national Abdou Samake. We got him from Valor FC. He was cheap, 9,000, and his 350 euros per week is a fairly decent wage. Don't look at the squad comparison. I don't want to give away one of our big moves just yet, but Samake, 6'2", pretty good in the air, decent marking, decent tackling. He's a very good overall defender and a nice depth option for us to add to our back line. Speaking of depth, we most certainly needed that at our fullback position. Paris G, Caden Chung were getting a lot of game time, but didn't really have a lot of guys behind them. Okay, there were some, but our options really weren't that great. So we brought in Mo Farsi. He has capped once for Canada. He's 25 years old, costing a pretty penny, 950 euros a week, makes him one of our top paid players, but he is a very, very good player out on those wings, can push up in support of our forwards, adding a little bit of scoring, which he did do. He played 4 of those friendlies, scored 3 goals, added 2 assists. One of those goals, or 2 of those goals, were from the penalty spot. He is a pretty decent penalty taker, and we don't have a lot of options there either. So welcome to the team, Mo Farsi. And finally, this one's from the If You Can't Beat Him, Have Him Join You. James Giffard. You may remember he scored 2 goals off of corners against us when we took on Forge FC. Well, we brought him in on loan. He will be coming in on a permanent move for, I believe, 85,000 euros once the season is over. The 30-year-old Canadian-Haitian dual national is a massive body. We can use him on the back line. He's most likely going to be subbing in with Simmons, kind of rotating through in our defensive midfield position. That is where he is the most potent. He had made 17 appearances for Forge, 5 goals and a 7.03 average rating. He's been out with a little bit of a knock. He should be back in time for our first matchup against Atletico Ottawa. So let's take a quick look at the tactical changes we have made. Our defensive midfielder, we've moved on over to the right side, and we've decided to invert our fullback here to kind of fill in that space while we're in possession. We're also pushing a little bit forward, playing more of a wing-back style. Now, Tahid is going to remain, or whoever's playing the left wing is going to remain more in that left midfield. We've got an attacking midfielder on support here. We've changed the role of our striker. We're going to leave Kane there, and we're going to slot Pasher out to the side as that right inside forward. I'm not 100% sure if we're not going to flip-flop those two back, but Kane is well, he's just a better physical specimen, so I like him out there. Pasher's got a decent enough amount of speed to handle that position out on the wing, and it has been, as I mentioned, very successful for us. So as you see from our schedule, we did try kind of a 5-2-3. I mean, it's listed as a 5-2-1-2. In our first match against the Vancouver Whitecaps second team, we gave up 2 goals. We did pick up the victory 3-2, but that was when I was like, you know what, this may not be the way that we want to go. Let's try to do something different with what we have been doing. And as you see, we only ceded 2 goals in the remaining friendlies after that. We included a very nice and emphatic 3-0 victory over our rivals Pacific FC. Caden Chung, Vasco Fry, and Mohamedou Kane each scoring in that match. So we are very optimistic as we head into our first league match after the break. And we are going to use the setup that we've had success with, which includes moving Vasco Fry back into the central midfield and pushing Isaiah Johnston into the more attacking position, that pseudo number 10. It's going to be Callum Irving in goal, a back four of Farsi, Norman, Romeo, and Chung. Geffard is healthy enough to make this start. Means Elliot Simmons, who is 1 yellow card away from suspension, is going to drop down onto the bench. Fry is going to play ahead of him. It's going to be Tahid and Pasher on the wings, with Johnson as the 10 and Mohamedou Kane as the striker. Let's see how all of this work that we've done on our team and our team dynamics is going to shape up when the rubber meets the road. Vancouver FC hosting Atletico Ottawa at Willoughby Community Park. Can we pull out a victory? Can our team cohesion finally carry us through to success? Chung unable to clear it, and it comes down to Bayou Tabla and past Irving for the first goal of the match 7 minutes in. It's Vancouver 0, Atletico Ottawa 1. And sadly, that is the one thing that we have not yet been able to solve, and that is our inability to clear the ball on a header. And once again, Rocco Romeo just not getting the job done in a way that we would have hoped, which is a shame because he seemed to be showing glimpses of brilliance during those friendly matches. Giffard in control, playing it ahead for Fry, will lose control. Bayou is there and he will take over. Frashineri playing it across to Ouimet. Now Twardek up the near side. Can we get in front of somebody, please? Antonoro intercepted by Tahid, tracking back nicely. Johnston in control, looking to move forward. Farsi will lay it to Johnston, now wide for Tahid. Tahid up the sideline. Deeks his man. Has two on him. Johnson into the box. He's got a man in the middle. It's Kane. His shot is kicked away by Ingram. Pasher, though, will track it down and keep it in. Pasher still in control before losing it on a heavy touch. He has to do a better job of getting rid of the ball a little bit more quickly. Make a bit of a smarter decision. It is incredibly important that we win this match. This is a bottom-of-the-table 6-pointer. We are going to shout out additional encouragement to our team. We don't want them to get down. Yes, we are losing 1-0, but we have generally been the better side. And as I say that, we have a final third throw-in in favor of the opposition. Irving doesn't get it. It's played out. Verhoeven will pop the header on, but Irving able to make a very easy save on that one. 5-4, your shots on goal. We've enjoyed 58% of the possession, but sadly, we are on the wrong end of the scoreboard. And Atletico Ottawa pushing once again. Antonoro dropping it off. Sent across. Bayou. That is the kind of save that Irving was making. And Bayou making us pay. Chung not draping himself in glory. He's only 5'9", but he allowed Bayou to have space. Didn't track that header well enough. It's past Irving, and we are down 2-0. And this is not what we needed, not what I was expecting. So as we come out for the second half, Paris G is going to take over for Caden Chung. Farsi's going to move over to the right-hand side. And to kick things off, Vancouver is in control. G plays it for Fry, quickly ahead for Pasher. Can't get past his man, back for Giffard. Pasher dropping deep, will leave it for Romeo. Giffard, near side for Farsi. Can he move it up the sideline? He's not even going to try. Romeo across for G. Up ahead, Johnston. He'll take the shot from range, and Ingram dives for it, but no need as it sails over the goal and wide. Farsi, very good on these corners, sending it in. Can't pick out his man. Farsi, back for Tahid, chesting it down, shooting and scoring. First goal of the year for Tariq Tahid. He has scored in friendlies. He has not yet scored in the league until now, and with 49 minutes on the clock, Vancouver has clawed their way back. It is Vancouver 1, Atletico Ottawa 2. And hopefully the changes that we've made, we're going to shout out more encouragement because things are going so well. Irving's going to get it started. Now the rain has begun to fall here in the suburbs of Vancouver, British Columbia. Pasher in control. Moving it through the middle, ahead for Johnston. He did have a player on the left wing, but instead he finds the outlet in G. Tahid gets the feed along the sideline. Back for Paris G. Tahid once again. In for Giffard, and he's going to shoot it from about 26 yards out, and it's going to be just too strong. 10-6, your shots on goal. 3 shots on target for each team. We've hit the hour mark. It is still Vancouver 1, Atletico Ottawa 2. I don't just want the draw. I want to win. So we're going to go to a bit more of a positive mentality. Pasher is not doing it at the right wing, but neither is Kane. So let's swap those two and see if we can make something happen before we make any more wholesale changes. Oh, Giffard, he's gone. James Gaffard picking up his second yellow card. We didn't need that. We did not need that at all. And Gerardo looking to make us pay, but Farsi steps in front of that one. Pasher's got it. Carrying it up that right wing. Farsi on the underlap. Kane. In the middle, Johnston hits the post, gets it back, and his shot is blocked and cleared. G cushions the header down for Farsi, but that's going to end the highlight. Verhoeven with the corner. Norman will clear it. Bayou tracks it down. Bayou looking to keep the pressure on as he recycles the ball up the right wing. Del Campo back for Bayou in the middle, and Gabriel Antonoro wide open just outside the 6 with his first goal of the year. Vancouver 1, Atletico Ottawa 3, and I think it's over. What a supreme disappointment. Let's see if we can at least get one back. Down a man. Norman taking the throw-in. They're giving us plenty of space. They've just dropped back. They're looking to shut up shop in this match. Romeo, he's got Fry. Nice touch. He'll carry it into the box himself. Into the middle. He finds Francis Atuahene. Was he onside? I believe he was. Nice finish. 4th goal of the year. Don't call it a comeback. We have been here for years. Fry trying to do it all himself. He saw Atuahene in behind the defense. Faccieri tried to get his foot in the way. He just could not, and it is a goal for Vancouver FC, but sadly, once again, I believe it's going to be too little, too late. 4 minutes added on at the end of this one, and we've just given away opportunities. Do we have a little bit more? Nope. Oh, the pass all the way to Del Campo. Bayou moves around his man. Farsi, that was a clean tackle, and the penalty is just going to end it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Yep. Del Campo puts it in the top corner to make it Vancouver 2, Atletico Ottawa 4. And I had such high hopes for this first match after the summer break against the team that we are desperately chasing in the standings. And sadly, it was not to be. So, yeah, we are still in the hunt, but it's getting a little bit more difficult because we've allowed Atletico Ottawa to take a 10-point lead ahead of us. They're currently now in 6th. We are chasing Calvary FC. We remain only 8 points behind them. 9 matches remaining. We've got Forge FC coming up next. Hopefully, this comedy of errors does not continue when we get back to the form that we had during that summer break. Thanks so very much for joining me today. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not. We are over 100 subscribers, so thank you all very much for your support. I will see you next time as we get ready to wrap up the season in the next couple of episodes. And hopefully we will be able to retain our jobs. I think we are starting to build a good foundation here at Vancouver FC. We just need to take it to that next level. I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.